Hello, I want to show myself exactly how we are going to create a multiplication table. Um, what is it? Okay, how to create a multiplication table. So first we will print the header using for loop, and then we will print from 1 to 10. So the result will be also we have a C out of /t. Okay, so this place is when we start here. So here is the /t that you're gonna see out first, and then it's the for loop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So this is what this two code gonna bring. This code gonna bring us, and you can see that each of them has a distance of /t. Okay, next we need to print each row. So this is not 1, okay, this is just a starting point. Okay, so the next code is a for loop from 1 to 10, and another for loop of 1 to 10. So this is what we call row, and this is what we call column. Now why it's like that, we're gonna explain this one. Okay, so so first, when is equals to 1, we write 1, because this is the inner loop. Okay, they are connected, this inner loop, this outer loop. So now when it's at 1, this one will be at 1 also, so we add 1, and inside there will be such thing as row times column. Okay, so when the first loop is 1, the for loop will be equals to 1, 2, and also it will execute this one, which is row times column. So in this case, 1 times 1 will be equals to 1, so here will be 1. And now this, we already execute this one, so we're gonna come back to this. Now it's at 2. Before this one, now this is 2, and then at 2 we're gonna execute row times column again, which is 1 times 2, and then we come back again, execute this one again, row times column, 1 times 3. At this time this 23, so, and then come back again, and then execute at this time is 4, and execute row times 4, which is 1 times 4, so 4. So we're gonna finish this one. 9, 10. Okay, after this loop, later you can see that outside this loop there is a thing we call C out end line. Sorry, end line. Now end line means that we will go to the next line. So we were at here, so now we're gonna jump to the next line. Jump to the next line, and this one, before this is 1, now this is 2. Okay, so we write the 2 over here. Now after we oh yeah, remember between them we have a C out, actually here, C out. So at this, so this code will print the 2, which is let's say just row. Okay, so this print 2, so that's why we have a 2 here. And then the inner loop, so this one start with 1 again, and then execute execute row times column, which is 2 times 1. So 2 times 1 equals to 2. Okay, go back, and this one is not 1 anymore, it's become 2. So row times column is 2 times 2. 2 times 2 equals to 4. Okay, and then go back to the loop. This this change from 2 to 3. So 2 times 3 row times column is equal to 6. So we can now write this. And then end line, next row. And this one becomes the first line, first row, we call it 3. So one thing that is very interesting to you, that this whole thing, although it looks like a column, is actually row. And this thing, although it looks like a row, but it's actually column. Now why is that? Because we call this a row because they all represent, because this number represents this row, this number represents this row, and this number represents this row. And we calling this column is because they all belongs to the column 1, this belongs to column 2, this is column 3. Okay, so this is the mistake I've learned. And at the end, after we write down, all things we can all go to 10, and this one can go to like, I don't know, like 100. And then between just full of numbers.